I've got an ELD problem. I got a phone call from the company saying, you better call the safety department and fix this hours of service problem. You are in violation. My name is Kevin. I'm a solo driver for CRETE Carrier. You're watching The Joy of Trucking, and I'm in big trouble. So I phoned the company as soon as I had a minute and talked to somebody in the logs department. Hi Rochelle, this is Kevin Sloan in 48152. Are you going to help me fix my log? Yeah. Yeah. At 12:20. Yep, duty status driving. Yeah. Got it. All right, it's green. Alrighty. So why do you think that happened? We stopped for a little rest stop, and then we got going again, and it didn't go to drive. It stayed on the screen. You know, you get a screen when you're sitting here and you can go on duty and all that. But once you start driving, it goes over to a different screen, and it didn't do that. And I didn't notice it till I'd been going down the road for a couple of minutes, and then it would not switch over to the driving screen. So I actually restarted the tablet, so it rebooted, and then it worked fine. So I don't know if that's a software thing or the connection to the truck was bad, maybe. Like, how does it know when you're moving? Oh yeah. Is there a GPS in the tablet, or you mean the GPS in the truck? Yeah, no, that's oh yeah, I've had a couple of problems where the truck just all of a sudden the whole dashboard goes red, like everything's in default, so I had to shut the power off to the truck and then turn the power back on. But I've noticed a couple of times the tablet has run out of power, so it didn't have a very good connection to the stand, I guess, so it wasn't charging. So next time I'm in the shop for servicing, probably in a week or so, should I ask them for a new tablet or maybe a new stand? Oh, so check the connections. Gotcha. All right, I'm gonna do that. Very good. Okay, I think we're done. All right. Have a good day, Rochelle. Bye-bye. Okay. So that could be just the connection to the truck here somewhere. The only cord is this one. Right here, that goes to this part, which connects to the tablet and the little prongs. So I remember with Werner, it was a really big pile of cables that came in there. It was a different tablet. So it's probably the other end of this cord might not be plugged in very well. Yesterday at 12:20, where is it now? See, we were driving, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. It says power failure restored. Device is now docked, and then power failure at 11:30 restored, and then it reconnected, and then we shut down the truck and went to on duty rather than driving at 12:03, right? And then started the engine, power failure a couple minutes later, so this was disconnected again, and then it went to drive at 12:20. Power restored at 12:39. So we, between like 12:10 and 12:20, we got driving, but this thing stayed in the screen as though we were parked. So the tablet wasn't aware that we were driving, and I'm driving along and I'm looking at him going, oh, that doesn't look right. So I tried pressing all these buttons on the side, nothing changed. So the buttons on top, I can actually shut the tablet down or restart it, you know, like when you restart your computer. So I hit restart, so it shut down and then started back up again, and all the programs opened up again, and then I had to, like, not log in again, but just show that it was me. So while it was down, there was an unidentified driver until I had kind of signed back in. So that's what she was fixing, the part when I was driving, but it didn't know who was driving. And so on this right here, this 1220 where it says duty status driving, this was in yellow because it said unknown or unidentified driver, and it was in yellow. So when you see something a different color, it means that there's a problem with the hours of service. So all I had to do was click on it in yellow, and then a button came up that said reject or accept, and I hit accept, and then it changed to the normal color. So then it identified me, I accepted it. When you, in the morning, every morning, you're supposed to certify your logs for the previous day, right? So what you do is you go to all the list, like you saw on the screen, all the list of each and every event, and you scroll down through and look at the whole day. And if you see anything in red or yellow, you know it has to be dealt with. You can't certify it like that. You have to fix that problem. Well, what happened yesterday, I did not certify today because it's my day off. So I would have seen this tomorrow before setting out, and I would have dealt with it. But because it came up as a flag on their computers, we had to deal with it right away. So that's why we did it. But as part of certify, if I would have been driving today, I would have started at 4:30 or 5 in the morning. I would have seen it and I would have fixed it myself this morning. Because when it's a wrong color like that, you don't just go ahead and certify it. You gotta deal with it. What I was telling her, she mentioned sometimes the truck systems aren't communicating with the tablet for various reasons, like the computer in the truck is mixed up or something. And so what I said was, yeah, what happens sometimes in this Kenworth T-680 with the digital dash display, one day I open the door to the truck and get in and close the door, and all of a sudden I hear boop 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 and bing bing and bop bop bop, and I look at the dashboard and it says everything is in fault. Like there's fault codes for every possible thing it does. Your windshield wipers are in default, your speedometer is in default. So there's all these red flags and alarms going and all this stuff, and you can't start the truck and just drive because nothing will work. You'll have no speedometer or nothing, right? So the only thing I can do is shut off the power switch for the batteries and right next to the seat here, and it basically shuts the power off to the whole truck, count to 10, turn it back on, and it's a hard reboot. So then the power goes to the computer, it has to restart, go through all its systems, and then everything is suddenly fixed again. So that only happened to me once while I was actually driving, and I had to pull over and do the reboot. But it's happened several times just getting in the truck. I just unlock the door, open the door, climb in, and it goes boo. And so I'm like, well then, we ain't going nowhere until I reach down, shut the switch off, count to 10, and turn it back on. And then it all fires up again and starts from scratch. So that might be messing with the tablet, the ELD, because the computer's messed up in the truck. It's not sending the proper information to the ELD. That could be another problem we're having in this truck. So I miss the good old days when everything was just a bunch of gauges on the dashboard. You didn't have these crazy software problems going on. Yeah, I had a software problem with this truck a couple of months ago, and it had to go to what was it? The parking lights were staying on all night, no matter what. There's no way I could shut them off. And the guys in the shop replaced the switch on the dashboard, and it actually made it worse somehow. The headlights wouldn't come on unless I flipped the switches. Something else didn't work, so they're like, okay, you need to go to a dealer. So they fixed the switches and something else And meanwhile, I was driving a loaner truck for a couple of weeks. Yeah. So, computers suck, okay? Computers suck. Give me an old-fashioned truck with a bunch of dials and gauges and little needles that go back and forth and big fat switches you can flip up and down. Yeah. Maybe a gear shift and a clutch, too. All right. I hope you enjoyed my whining for today. Give it a thumbs up. Tell me what you're whining about down below. Hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell for my next rant. Bye for now.